Timor-Leste and provided a feel of the ASEAN entrepreneurship, including how intertwined it is with the region's culinary delights. In the sphere of higher education, another 55 Timorese students will proceed for tertiary education in Malaysia this year. This will be the second cohort of the Timorese government-funded scholars under the Human Capital Development Fund, after the first cohort of 31 students last year. We salute the 9th constitutional government's determination to invest in higher education and human capital, and for its choice of Malaysia as a value for money destination, and for entrusting us with this very important responsibility. Malaysia is optimistic about the role she can play in this respect, especially after a memorandum of understanding on cooperation in higher education was executed between both sides in June this year. This year was also marked by a series of high-level visits from Malaysia to Timor-Leste. We were honored to receive the Honourable Minister of Investment, Trade and Industry, followed by the Honourable Deputy Minister for Law and Institutional Reform, the Honourable Minister for Youth and Sports, and the Honourable Deputy Speaker of the Senate. In yet another manifestation of Malaysia's support for Timor-Leste's ASEAN membership, I have the honour to share with all of you that Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim will soon visit me. Capacity building has always been a central pillar of our cooperation. Through the Malaysian Technical Cooperation Programme (MTCP) and the Malaysian Defence Cooperation Programme (MDCP), more than 1,000 Timorese participants have benefited from training and knowledge sharing initiatives. These programs reflect Malaysia's strong commitment to supporting Timor-Leste's human capital development and institutional strengthening. For the past 2 years alone, MPCP has trained almost 500 Timorese civil servants solely for ASEAN membership preparedness. As we look ahead, Malaysia remains steadfast in its commitment to working hand in hand with Timor-Leste, including as a strong supporter of the latter's accession into ASEAN. We look forward to celebrating together this October 26th under Malaysia's chairmanship, the historic moment of welcoming Timor-Leste as the 11th member of the ASEAN family. Mr. President, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to briefly address my fellow Malaysians in Bahasa Melayu. Saudara-saudari warga Malaysia yang saya kasihi sekalian, syabas kerana memenuhi kewajipan anda sebagai rakyat Malaysia dengan hadir dan bersama-sama dengan kedutaan menjayakan acara sambutan Hari Kebangsaan dan Hari Malaysia kita pada hari ini. Malaysia Madani, rakyat disantuni dipilih sebagai tema sambutan Hari Kebangsaan dan Hari Malaysia pada tahun ini di atas cerminan visi kerajaan untuk memperkukuh pembangunan negara dengan pendekatan berteraskan nilai kemanusiaan, kesejahteraan sosial dan keadilan. Bersempena dengan sambutan ini, marilah kita sama-sama menyemai jiwa patriotisme, jiwa harmoni dan jiwa progresif untuk sama-sama memajukan Malaysia serta mengharumkan nama Malaysia. Seperti yang diungkapkan oleh Yang Amat Berhormat Perdana Menteri dalam amanat Hari Kebangsaan 2025 beliau pada Sabtu lalu, terlalu banyak pengorbanan nyawa, harta benda, air mata, keringat, dan saya seru anak-anak muda, terutamanya lihat, belajar bahawa apa yang kita ucapi dan nikmati ini adalah dengan harga bukan yang murah. Sebab itu, peliharalah Malaysia. Negara ini unik, satu-satunya negara pelbagai kaum dan pelbagai agama yang bertahan dari segi keamanannya, dari segi kesedaran ekonominya, dari segi kekuatan dan semangat perpaduan dan budayanya banding dengan negara-negara sekitar kita, Asia atau di dunia. Seterusnya, Perdana Menteri menyudahi amanat beliau dengan ungkapan, pertahankanlah dengan segala tenaga kita. Pada kesempatan ini, saya ingin merakamkan setinggi penghargaan dan kebanggaan kepada diaspora Malaysia di Timor-Leste atas sumbangan anda dalam membawa nilai-nilai Malaysia Madani, semangat berhibah Malaysia yang seterusnya telah mengukuhkan hubungan antara kedua-dua negara dalam segenap kapasiti anda. Peranan anda sebagai duta-duta Malaysia amatlah dihargai. In closing, allow me to once again express our heartfelt gratitude to His Excellency President Jose Ramos Horta, the 9th Constitutional Government of Timor-Leste, and all present here for gracing this celebration. Your support and friendship continue to strengthen the bonds between our nations. To my fellow Malaysians, let's celebrate the Merdeka and upcoming Malaysia Day with joy. Let us focus on matters that unite us rather than those which divide us. and continue to work towards a future of continued friendship and cooperation between Malaysia and Timor-Leste. A special thank goes out to His Excellency BPM1 Dato' Sri Francisco Kalkuadilai for availing us the use of this prestigious venue. We would also like to place on record our appreciation to the management and staff of CCD, Timor Lodge Hotel and Residence, Tanha Minha Restaurant, Diaz Gourmet, and BNTL for the excellent cooperation towards the success of this event. Last but not least, a very special thanks to my colleagues at the embassy and my wife Pam for working tirelessly in planning and executing this event. And to our Timorese and international friends, start planning your next vacation or vacations in Malaysia, including during Visit Malaysia 2026. Terima kasih, obrigado, barak, and thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ambassador. In this important year of Malaysia's ASEAN chairmanship, let us now view a video on ASEAN 2045. Our shared future, the new ASEAN Community Vision, adopted at the 46th ASEAN Summit in May 2025.
10 years ago, ASEAN Community Vision 2025 was conceived in Kuala Lumpur, an ambitious blueprint to guide the region's common course through the decade ahead. Since then, under the quiet resolve of this guiding vision, ASEAN has pressed forward, marking steady strides in nurturing peace, entrenching stability, and advancing the promise of collective prosperity. Today, ASEAN has grown even stronger, connected, and resilient, united by shared goals and purpose. We stand as the fulcrum of the regional architecture and an influential force in driving positive change. We have become a formidable and dynamic economic powerhouse, poised to become the world's fourth largest economy. Our peoples have flourished in the calm embrace of a peaceful region, uplifted by the currents of a thriving economy and the quiet stitching of greater connectivity. They remain at the very heart of ASEAN's journey towards deeper integration. After a decade of a remarkable journey, ASEAN is now in a position of strength, able to embrace the future with confidence and vigor. The evolving global environment will require ASEAN to be bold and transformative in its outlook. Together, ASEAN must navigate an era marked by rapid change and mounting strategic challenges with unity and purpose. Together, ASEAN must continue to recalibrate its priorities and agenda to remain dynamic and responsive, mindful of the impacts and opportunities of existing and future megatrends. This year, another defining chapter of ASEAN's journey is being written in Kuala Lumpur with the adoption of ASEAN 2045, our shared future. ASEAN Vision 2045 will chart a bolder, inclusive, and forward-looking agenda of the region for the next 20 years. It is a visionary roadmap that will guide ASEAN in ensuring regional peace, stability, and prosperity of the region and beyond. It is driven by ASEAN's conviction that no one should be left behind as we keep the future firmly in sight.
Our future is what we envision and constructed to be. Together, ASEAN will embrace the future with renewed determination and resolve. This is the time to demonstrate the strength of our unity and our shared vision of progress, prosperity, and justice.
I am now pleased to invite our chief guest, His Excellency Dr. Jose Ranzorca, President of the Democratic Republic of Timor-Leste, to deliver his remarks.
Please be seated. His Excellency Ambassador Majid Singh, Ambassador of Malaysia, yearly members of the Diplomatic Corps, Deputy Prime Minister, President of the Court of Appeal, members of Parliament, I am pleased to join you today to celebrate the 68th anniversary of Malaysia's National Day, Hari Merdeka, a date that symbolizes the proclamation of your country's independence and the determination of the Malaysian people to build a prosperous, just, tolerant, and inclusive nation. On this day of celebration, we recall the historical significance of Malaysia's independence, as well as the anniversary chosen theme, Malaysia Madani, the people are cared for and respected. Malaysia Madani, Rakyat disantuni, a reflection of the values that guide Malaysian society. Despite regional and global uncertainties, Malaysia maintains an average economic growth of 4.4%. It ranks among the 10 safest countries in the world and has recently surpassed Thailand in terms of tourist arrivals. I wish to express my recognition and gratitude to Ambassador Majid Singh and his dedicated team for their warm hospitality and the continuous efforts in strengthening bilateral relations between Timor-Leste and Malaysia. Under the guidance and skill of Ambassador Singh, we were finally able to settle the legal process regarding the plot ceded to Malaysia by the government after more than 20 years of confusion. Visit to Malaysia in 2025. Allow me to recall my recent visit to Malaysia in June 2025, where I participated in the launch of the book, Anwar Ibrahim, Global Justice and Peace Through Dialogue, which highlights values of justice and dialogue that are so vital for our region. I was also deeply honored to be appointed honorary adjunct professor for the philosophy, politics, and economics program at Taylor University. And on 27 June, I had the privilege of meeting with Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, where we discussed preparations for the ASEAN Summit scheduled for October 2025. During a dinner with Prime Minister Anwar, we exchanged views on bilateral issues, agreeing to elevate our relations to a comprehensive strategic framework, including the accession of Timor-Leste to ASEAN in October, as well as regional and global matters of shared interest. Relations between Timor-Leste and Malaysia are deeply rooted in shared history. We gratefully recall the decisive support of Malaysian military, police, and technical personnel during the 1999 popular consultation and throughout all United Nations missions, as well as Malaysia's fundamental role in the process of state building and the development of our public administration. Bilateral cooperation has been strengthened across multiple domains: high-level political dialogue, defense and security, bilateral trade, Malaysian investment, and logistical interconnection. Health, with a special reference to treatment for cardiac patients. Education, culture, and youth, with many Timor students benefiting from higher education in Malaysia. Most recently, the inauguration of Baltic Air Direct route between Kuala Lumpur and Dili, which started 6 June 2025 marked a historic milestone, being the first Malaysian airline to operate regular commercial flights to Timor-Leste. Regional and multilateral relations. At the regional and international level, we value Malaysia's leadership within ASEAN, its firm support for Timor-Leste full integration, culminating in our formal accession expected at the 47th Kuala Lumpur Summit on 26 October. We recognize the decisive role of Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim and reiterate our shared commitment to building a free, open, inclusive, and resilient Indo-Pacific. Key areas such as climate change, energy transition, food security, and multilateralism are priorities for both our nations. On the economic front, Timor-Leste presents positive growth prospects, above 4%, further strengthened by the remittances of our immigrants, estimated at more than $100 million US annually, and by growing infrastructure investment. The Tasimane project and the Greater Sunrise gas field pipeline represent unique opportunities with the potential to generate billions in revenue and create thousands of jobs while opening doors for cooperation with Malaysia, including Petronas. We propose the creation of a strategic cooperation agreement to transform our friendship into concrete projects, deepening ties in the economy, education, security, and air transport. We also see opportunities for partnership between Malaysian Airlines and our armed aero deal, reinforcing regional connectivity. In the field of defense, security, and cybersecurity, we gratefully recall Malaysia's support during the 2006 crisis in Timor-Leste and express our interest in further strengthening cooperation in the training and the capacity building of our national police force. Our historical and cultural ties included linguistic similarities and shared experiences in Malacca, further strengthen this partnership, serving as inspiration for the preservation and valorization of Timor-Leste's own heritage. On the issue of Myanmar, we commend Malaysia's effort in hosting Rohingya refugees and support the appointment of a permanent ASEAN special envoy committed to conflict prevention and pursuit of lasting solutions. We also wish to congratulate Malaysia for its exemplary role in facilitating the recent talks between Thailand and Cambodia. Your country's commitment to dialogue, diplomacy, and regional stability has once again demonstrated Malaysia's leadership and constructive influence within ASEAN, promoting peace, mutual understanding, and cooperation in our shared region. Dear Ambassador, Madam, distinguished guests, I wish to reaffirm that Timor-Leste is committed to deepening bilateral cooperation with Malaysia in the strategic sectors, while valuing the friendship, solidarity, and the steadfast support of your nation for our ASEAN accession. We celebrate the past of struggle, the present of development, and the promising future of cooperation. Timor-Leste remains a trusted strategic partner of Malaysia, while extending our best wishes of peace, prosperity, and continued progress for the Malaysian people. On behalf of the people of Timor-Leste, I extend our warmest congratulations on the 68th anniversary of Hari Merdeka, Malaysia's National Day, commemorated on 31st August 2025. Selamat Hari Merdeka. Long live the friendship between Timor-Leste and Malaysia. Terima kasih.
Thank you, His Excellency, Mr. President, for the remarks. Excellency President can remain on stage, and I'll now invite His Excellency the Ambassador to join Mr. President for the toast.
Excellency
Ladies and gentlemen, please pour the drink on your table and rise for our toast. Al favor, itabele fui bebida siete in cáliz, comida y todo tu hambre y paita ni breve. Ambassador.
To the good health of Mr. President, to the peace and prosperity of Timor-Leste, and to the friendship between Malaysia and Timor-Leste.
Cheers. Congratulations to Malaysia and Timor-Leste. Please be seated once again, ladies and gentlemen. As a token of appreciation, our ambassador will now present to His Excellency the President a gold-plated pewter set consisting of Wao Bulan traditional mooncake, tepak siri ceremonial container, and Ravana ubi traditional Malay drum, beautifully designed with the gold frame. I'll now invite Her Excellency Datin to also join His Excellency President and Datu Ambassador for the cutting of Pulut Kuning ceremony. Mr. President, Datu and Dati. We now invite Mr. President, Datu and Dati to approach the table and hold the knife. On the count of three. 1, 2, and 3. We now remove the table. We invite the ASEAN heads of mission. ASEAN heads of mission, please join Mr. President Dato' and Datin for a photo session. We will now do the ASEAN pose. Please do the hands pose of ASEAN. And next, we Excellencies, members of the National Parliament, as well as the 9th Constitutional Government and representative from the Tribunal, as well as the Vice Prime Minister. Convidamos a sua representação do Tribunal Recurso, juíza, al favor. Membros do Governo, do deputado Roma. Membros do Governo, chefe de Casa Civil, al favor, Governador Banco Central.